Mm. Yo, what up, everybody? Yep, it is the final stream. Oh, hey, Gum Gum. Hey, little baby. You wanna come cuddle? Does my baby wanna cuddle? Come cuddle. Forgot my namification, donate $2. Hello, streamer man. Hello, forgot my namification. How do you do, sir? Thanks for the donation. Oh. Hey, Gum Gum. Yeah, this is a good cuddle cat. Love this kitty. Such a good baby. No, Mike? Well, you're lying. Oh, yeah. Come cuddle. Oh, yes. Oh, this is what I love. Oh, cuddling with a big kitty is just the best. Oh, I love this. Oh, this is just the best. I love big kitties. Oh my goodness. Oh, he is such a big kitty. Oh, yes. Look at his big cat head. Oh my god, have you ever seen such a beautiful baby? Oh, what a sweetie pie. I love you. Yeah, that's a good baby. Oh my goodness. Oh, such a handsome sweetie. Yeah. Hmm. Kitties are just so good. It figured. And probably going to... I hate how YouTube's changed the layout of the... Shit, it's so stupid. They added, like, everything in the same tab, so it's, like... just so dumb. Oh my god. I hate this. There we go.
Car approaches. She goes prone. She waits. Now it's dance time.
Don't worry, buddy. He's not mad at you, so no need for a teddy bear for peace. They say border collies are smart, but after this video, I'm having second thoughts.
Trump is refusing to apologize for that racist post and is even trying to excuse it by lying to the press by saying it wasn't him who posted it.
It was obviously him. They keep changing the excuse. First it's like, yeah, whatever. He did it, but it's not a big deal. You're lying about it. Then it's, oh, he didn't post it. Like, yeah, okay. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Take a look at that. Forgot my namification, donated $2. I'm good, thank you. I'm reading Crossbones Gundam, and I really like the art panels. It's not 10 out of 10, but enjoying it. Crossbones Gundam. Haven't heard of that one. I haven't been keeping up with the whole Gundam franchise. The last one I watched was Gundam Orphan. Yeah, Gundam Orphans. That one was really good. Thanks for the donation, though, dude. Update on what's new. Haven't watched vid of yours in about 5 years or so. Well, I'm on steroids. I've gained about 40 pounds since I hopped on. Most of that just being muscle. Put on a little bit of body fat over the winter, like intentionally. Just like, you know, bulking basically. I'm gonna like maintain my body fat roughly where it is right now, and then earliest I'll start dieting again March, and then latest probably April.
The White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There's a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud. And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was...
yeah, so he posted it.
Some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in...
Yeah, so this is basically him admitting he's posting it. Like, the whole administration just lies.
And the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people.
Like, this is just ridiculous. There's never been any evidence that there's, like, Wi-Fi modules attached. It was so crazy. Like, this is some QAnon conspiracy retardation. Like you're honestly telling me somebody would implant Wi-Fi devices in these voting machines? There wouldn't be some, like, FBI, CIA investigation finding out who's trying to interfere with the election? Like, they'd find out who did it. It's just so silly. Natty Cope destroyed donate $2.2730 onwards, roughly 15 minutes into the literature examining superphysiological tea doses and their impacts on long-term health. Pretty interesting for us dudes running 200 plus year round. All right, let me see. I will take a look at that. And man, medicine's pretty based. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Generally, they'd look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't. And they posted, and we took it down, and we did it. You know, but that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, and I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on the Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take.
Isn't he still streaming?
Somebody wants to use it for a look that it can do that's outside of the bounds of SDR, it's only going to be some pixels here and there. It's not going to be a substantial percentage of every shot looks like. Okay, next, loud fallacies and word salads keep us from reality-based mental model and from questioning marketing gimmicks. And that's why this demo has to be so darn long, because if everything made total sense, but there was just one little thing wrong, we could just point to it. But, you know, we see this in politics with flooding the zone or the Gish Gallop or whatever you want to call it, where they throw so many wrong things at you that you can't get back on track because you don't even know where the track is anymore.
Hello? Destiny fan? Hello? Yes, he is. And then he's going to be like, this is why I had to make this 2 hour and 20-minute video. It's a little bit of tit for...
You know, if a regular person posted what Trump posted, they would lose their job in a split second, but not Trump, since he is the president.
Yeah, pretty much. There's very few jobs where you wouldn't lose your job. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Is that going to cause coronary artery disease? Or, you know, are guys who are taking, quote, like sport TRT, so they're taking their serum levels and they're taking them into the super physiologic range, not bodybuilder like a gram of testosterone a week, but let's say, you know, we're talking about guys with serum testosterone levels above 1200, so 1500, 1600, 1700, you know, whatever the case may be, for them to alleviate their symptoms and, you know, make them feel and function at their best. So that's above the established reference range. Could that be a problem? So let me read his question here real quick, and then I'll give you my answer to the best of my ability with this. So I appreciate the reaction video, but it didn't address the key point I was hoping to get addressed. Okay. I know it didn't. I know it. We talked about it, but we didn't show you the studies. I'm going to show you a few of the studies here. MedLife says he's fine with people who have true hypogonadism being taken to normal levels. Okay. But it sounds like his patients went from normal levels to above normal levels. They might have. In his video, he actually says he doesn't know what their levels were. He didn't know because he didn't have access. They're on a different medical system. He didn't have access to their MI labs, and he didn't check testosterone levels on. So he was assuming they were super physiologic. But let's assume that he was correct. And these guys were, I don't know, running somewhere between, let's just say 1,500 to 2,000 nanograms per deciliter. So, you know, definitely above like any normal reference range. But what do the studies say about men on TRT with levels above 900 or 1,000? What is the evidence for heart safety for someone 1,200 to 1,300? Okay, great. I'm going to do my best to answer that question. This is a great question. Even in your video, one of the docs is okay with levels up to 2,000! Exclamation point. Oh my God. I'm clutching my pearl.
Dude, you do not have to take much test to get to 2,000. I was at 2,220 on only 210 milligrams.
But the main study for heart health I've seen is called Traverse. Yeah, this is the big study, Traverse, that, you know, made a lot of news. It's a good study, has some flaws. Was using gel, and the men had temporary daily peaks in the mid to normal range. What is the scientific evidence for heart safety at these constant above normal levels? Great question. Very few men in their 20s have T levels near 900. So today, that's true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are. I know because I've seen them near 900. There, in decades past, however, this was
normal,
relatively common, right? So this shows here just what's happened, at least at LabCorp, but it's happened at other labs as well. It's like pre-2017. So healthy adult males, so over the age of 18, like LabCorp, normal used to be 348.
Yeah, 348 to 1200. Now, 264 to 916. Like, oh my God.
To 1197. So let's just say, 350 to 1200. That for a very, very, very long time, that was the normal. So those are, if you were at 1100, then you were normal. In fact, you were probably.
Hell, if Trump posted this in Canada, he would have been arrested for hate speech.
No, you wouldn't get arrested for hate speech for something like that. It would have to be. It would have to be way more over the top. I think for hate speech in Canada, it has to be to a point where you're encouraging violence against a given group. So it's a fairly high standard. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Yeah, like it would have to be some kind of implicit sort of call to violence. So if you were to say, Jews are trying to destroy society or something, and they lied about the Holocaust so that they could get sympathy, so that they can infiltrate the government, and they're trying to spread vaccines so they can kill people. Like, that's the sort of stuff that would get you in trouble for hate speech. If you just post a video with Obama and Michelle as monkeys, especially in the full context of the video where Joe Biden was a baboon, that wouldn't be enough. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
People were like, "Wow, this guy is super healthy. Like this is great." Now this is dangerous, right? Because the reference range now is, as you see here, after 2017, 264 to 916. So this is LabCorp, and then this is Quest. These are my old labs. I've searched and searched. I knew I had these on a hard drive somewhere. So you see, this is me. This is back in my military days. It says male 37. So you can. I am not 37, not even close anymore. So this was me, and this was sent to Quest in Tampa because I was stationed in Florida at the time. So you can see the normal reference range here at Quest was 250 to 1100. So that has gone down as well. And you can see my numbers here, especially my free T, 28.9 or 2.89, depending on what units you want to use. Yeah, these were dark days. I was not feeling good these days. But just to show, my point of showing you this is so the reference range has changed, right? And nobody was raising red flags or questioning, healthy young men walking around with total testosterone levels of 1,000, 1,100, or even 1,200. They just happened to.
Funny thing, that's exactly what some of these anti-COVID vaxxers said about the Jews.
Yep, there's a lot of overlap with these people. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Be at the top of the normal reference range. Okay, so let's dive into this a little bit because it's a really good question. Now, here's the thing: if what you want is a study at the level of the quality and size and rigor of the Traverse study, where we looked at men who do have these, let's just say, super physiologic testosterone levels. So if that's what you need, I'm sorry, man, we're never going to get that. I wish that we would get that. I really do. It's just not going to happen, right? There's just, and especially at this point, now that we know that the Traverse trial has shown that there really is no adverse cardiac risk at these lower levels. Industry is not going to sponsor a study if there's even a remote risk that it's going to show a danger at higher levels. So we're just never going to get that study. So what can we do? What can we do to try to sort this out? By the way, the Traverse trial, if I'm not mistaken, they eliminated you from the study if your levels got above 750 twice. So if you had a level above 750 or above on gel, which was a sizable number of guys, they lowered your dose. And if at any point you tested above 750 again, they yanked you out of the study, which I think was a huge shame, because I would have loved if they'd left those guys in there, or like put them in another group and just let them ride, because maybe then we would have a better answer to this question. And, we'd see guys, if they're walking around 800 or 900 or even 1,000, there's a few of them, my feeling is that we would not have seen any increase in adverse cardiac events, but we'll never know because they pulled those guys out of the study. Again, it's an industry sponsored study. They wanted this to look clean. They wanted it to look good. They didn't want to take any chances. And so those guys were out, unfortunately. So, okay. So what can we do in the meantime? Like those of us who prescribe TRT have been doing it for quite a long time. If you have any experience in this field, you will realize that there are guys out there that do not begin to feel better, whose metabolic markers, whose other health parameters do not start to improve until the dose is pushed up towards the top and often beyond the reference range. Okay, that is a clinical phenomenon, and that is why, following numbers and making dosage and protocol adjustments solely based off numbers without any kind of clinical context is probably not the best way to do TRT. So let's look at this maybe like from a 10,000-foot view. So,
well, Mage Nutella is too bad. Anna Kasparian doesn't care about hate speech. Oh, no, she doesn't. Can't see this. Restricted post for some reason. Not available in my country. But, yeah. Anna Kasparian, massive anti-Semite.
And speaking of hate, did you hear that England is considering banning dogs in order to please Muslims who hate dogs?
Video isn't available anymore. I mean, yeah, like, here's what this is. It's not that politicians want to ban dogs. They want to listen to Muslims. What it is, especially in the UK, even the right-wing parties are very much more to the left wing compared to like the United States or compared to countries like Poland. So what you end up seeing is these political administrations are complete whores. I don't know why this is, but for whatever reason, conservatives care more about like morals in a certain way. Like, you can say what you want. Like, there's a lot of criticisms that you can make about like the Trump administration. They're very ideological, like totalitarian. They placate to a lot of the evangelicals, in a way to get votes, but a lot of them are evangelicals themselves. But they do have like a moral identity. So it's like they don't like immigrants. They have isolationist type of views. They want to see the country look a certain way. They want it to have a certain racial demographic. They want to have a certain religious demographic. They want people to be Christian, apple pie eating, baseball playing Americans, that sort of thing. For whatever reason, the left wing, and this seems to be like a cross-cultural phenomenon, they don't care. They're just fucking whores who want to get into office. So they will just do whatever it takes to get those votes. And when you're talking about districts that are like have a huge Muslim minority, 40% Muslim, or in some cases a majority, they're going to see this voter base and say, oh shit, I have to placate to this voter base. I have no morals. What do they want? And if they want Sharia law, well, there you go. They'll promise them Sharia courts, and they have Sharia courts in the UK now. They will consider banning dogs. They'll do whatever just to get the votes and just to get into office. And they don't care that the country is going to shit, that these people are absolute fucking scumbags, and that, like, it's not becoming the UK anymore. It's becoming fucking Baghdad or fucking Afghanistan. Like, you know, so that's what it is. They just don't care. And the same thing is going on in Canada, where you have all these liberals that are trying to get votes in their districts. And in a lot of these districts, there's like big Chinese communities, there's big Muslim communities, there's big Indian communities, and you'll see them do this shit with all these different racial demographics in these districts. There's some Indian member of parliament who, in his district, there's a huge amount of Chinese people. He's like asking in parliament for or the House of Commons for like a Chinese holiday thing. And this is an Indian guy who can barely fucking speak English. And it's like, why does this Indian care about like a Chinese people getting a holiday? Well, guess what? He has a huge amount of Chinese people in his district and he needs the votes. So like, that's what it is. So it's stupid. Just fucking retarded. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Will Mage, $92. Try this one.
I feel sorry for the British kids who want a dog now. I guess they're stuck with goldfish.
Our dog's going to be back.
All right, we can take a look at this later. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Like, yeah. Will Mage, $92. Try this one next. Does this guy look familiar to you? More details on the bottom. Photographed smiling with Mokan. Same Mokan who was suspended after circulating a nightclub video featuring a sign calling for violence against Jews, then minimized it as edgy, double down online. Yep. Well, yes, like, I mean, this is Mrs. The Jews are responsible for 9/11, so what exactly do you expect? Thanks for the donation, Will Mage. Like, they're just pieces of shit. Young Turks are just... I don't even know how the fuck they're allowed on YouTube. It's bizarre to me that I will get community guideline strikes for the silliest shit. Like, I got a community guideline strike for making fun of Christian Guzman for being hairy. Probably because he was on steroids and he just developed more body hair. And I also made fun of him for... He seems to like to be dominated by women. That got me a community guideline strike. They are literally posting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories on their YouTube channels claiming the Jews committed 9/11 and then nothing. And they have a way bigger audience than me. Like, if anything, YouTube moderators should be more visible to YouTube moderators. Whereas you'd expect me to fly under the radar, but no. It's retarded. Thanks for the donation, Will Mage.
I won't say we have all the answers with atherosclerosis, but especially over like the last 10 to 20 years, I mean, we've got the main parts of this, we've got it figured out, right? So there are some like really well established risk factors where we can pretty much predict based on these risk factors, like what your probability is of getting cardiovascular disease at some point in the future, right? They're not perfect. There's plenty of people out there that have none of these and still end up with, occluded coronaries. They still end up having strokes and DVTs and all that kind of stuff. But, these conditions tend to track pretty well with these risk factors, okay? So these are not in any particular order, but like if you have a high number of ApoB containing particles, right? Like ApoB, don't shoot the messenger, is causal for atherosclerosis, right? If you have no ApoB, you do not build atherosclerotic plaque. You can have other problems, but it's ApoB is what causes atherosclerosis, okay? There's all these other things that contribute. They're accelerants, okay? They're gasoline on the fire, okay? But you got to have ApoB. So high ApoB burden. Cigarette smoking, like, duh. Everybody knows this, right? greatly accelerates atherosclerosis, diabetes and insulin resistance, hypertension, right? We know hypertension can accelerate cardiovascular disease, chronic inflammation, right? This is a big one. And, that's why we measure HSCRPs. And, some people like to go even deeper and get, interleukin levels and stuff like that. I don't particularly think that's necessary, but you can do it if you want to. But the HSCRP, it does correlate. There's an association there for sure with increased risk, especially when other risk factors are under control. If you have high inflammatory markers, the risk seems to go up. Okay. Lipoprotein A, I've talked about that as well. Super atherogenic, also ApoB containing particle, right? So high levels of Lp(a), even in the absence of other risk factors, does increase your risk of getting coronary artery disease and strokes, DVT as well. So, and then the central root cause of most of these actually, other than lipoprotein A.
Caca smear penis donated $3. Cool. She was getting cyberbullied by her own mom.
A good portion of you guys have seen the Netflix documentary surrounding this case, and it's a very shocking one. This TikTok that I got tagged in features several different images of a mother and her daughter with the caption, "Rare aesthetic, getting cyberbullied and death threats for years just to find out it was your own mother." Back in September of 2021, a 13-year-old girl by the name of Lauren and her boyfriend Owen received hundreds of text messages that were explicit in nature and very much bullying. These horrifying text messages lasted for about 2 years before eventually the perpetrator was sniffed out as Lauren's mom, Kendra. The exact motive here has not 100% been confirmed, but a lot of psychologists think that Kendra might have wanted Lauren to rely on her, which is why she was bullying her own daughter. There were a lot of messed up things in these messages, like Kendra telling Lauren to remove herself from the gene pool. It served 16 months behind bars, but is out on parole now.
There's a lot of women with really fucked up tendencies. There's that Munchausen syndrome by proxy thing where women will literally psychologically abuse and harm their own children so that they're disabled, so that their children have to rely on them. And they'll poison them and shit and claim they have some sort of rare health condition and disorder. I've only ever seen women do that. It's really messed up. This is not a smart thing to do. Yeah, don't do that. That's not smart.
You're mental. Say that shit again. You're mental. Come say it to my face.
This cop is about to make the biggest mistake of his career, because after calling this guy mental, he's about to regret it instantly.
Say that shit again. You're mental. Ain't nobody fucking mental. Fucking call somebody so I can fucking talk to someone. Get off me. Say that shit again.
Well, this guy thought he could fight, and he couldn't.
We can do this all day. Yes, we can. Fucking bullshit. Let me see you again.
Well, thanks for the donation, Kaka Smear Penis. Sengoku donated tellers don't have to watch the whole thing, but the first minute of this video basically sums up the same answer you gave me about psychology.
So positivism, this idea that our research and knowledge must be rooted in logic, empirical evidence. Is it important to have empirical evidence, data, and research? Yes. But can that be the only foundation for how we understand psychology, mental health, and human behavior? No.
This is why bad ideas never die.
Yeah, just believe whatever I say so that I can justify my stupid ideas and bad behavior.
in the psychological field. This is how we end up with nonsense like lived experience. To Psychobabble, where we expose bad therapy and the liberal narratives that contribute to our poor mental health. I'm Hannah Spear. Before we dive in, please support my work by liking and subscribing and sharing. If you become a member, a Psychobabble Insider, by going to our website, hannahspear.substack.com, and subscribing there, choosing a subscription option, then you can join us in the Psychobabble Insider members exclusive segment at the end of this, where we'll be talking about internal family systems and my take on that. So Psychobabble was always about how the psychological community is contributing to us becoming more psychologically unwell, and my colleagues' unconcern with the duration of therapy and how many patients are on our lists. And now I'm going to lay out the background, why that came to.
Well, the more unhinged, crazy people you got that have to pay you for therapy, the more money you make, so it's just feeds into itself.
And conservatives always say you respect your parents no matter what.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Be and why psychology isn't correcting itself. Last year, I helped out a friend of mine, and she studies psychology as an undergrad at King's College in London. But I was absolutely shocked when I read the essay question. Focusing on either personality or intelligence, evaluate the research literature on sex differences and or gender differences with a view to outlining how evidence for any such differences can be treated to foster a more inclusive and equitable society. As you can see, the question was never to investigate whether differences exist or what the evidence
Like, it's bizarre. It's ideological. This is completely against the idea of science. They're literally saying they have a bias and they want to confirm it.
shows. It was simply assumed that sex and gender are separate concepts and that the role of psychology was to promote inclusivity. I sent her solid cross-cultural studies on sexual differences in personality, but it didn't matter because any citation older than 10 years old was simply disallowed. So that meant any study she used for this essay, which took more than a month to finish, that was the sole focus for a large part of that semester, were all studies that saw sexual differences and gender through a purely ideological lens. I used to love psychiatry, and once again I was left feeling disappointed in.
There's too many women. There's just too many women. And this is what they do.
This field. Why aren't more people concerned or asking why so many psychological approaches we use now fail to have the intended effect? Why aren't we more concerned with our role in why the psychiatric burden of disease keeps on rising? Once upon a time, until the...
No, I'm not gonna play Arc Raiders. That game sucks.
And cigarette smoking is obesity. Like visceral body fat is directly related to levels of chronic inflammation, right? Hypertension, there's definitely a component of inflammation from visceral adiposity that directly contributes to hypertension.
$3. Let me see.
Oh my God! Wow! Get off my dick! Oh my God! You sorry ass fat nigga! Stream time, I cut on Street Fighter. Stream time, I cut on Soul Calibur. Stream snipe me, I cut on NK11. Stream snipe me every time I cut on the game!
How the fuck do you get stream sniped in a fighting game?
Don't start with the gay shit today, nigga. Relax. The fuck happened?
like seeing this sort of stuff.
I will say it again, women are biologically, psychologically, and physically weaker than men regardless. What feminists say.
That is true. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
You know how many basic black niggas I know? Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, I don't like seeing somebody being mean to their animals.
Hypertension. It's one of the mechanisms by which you can lower your blood pressure is by losing visceral body fat, right? And there are a number of different reasons for that. So, and then of course, it goes without saying, like diabetes and insulin resistance, again, directly related to your levels of visceral body fat and these, harmful adipokines that are secreted by visceral body fat. So, those are the big ones. There are other risk factors for heart disease. And quite frankly, there's going to be a lot of unknown genetic and gene contributions to this that we're just uncovering, right? So it's not an exhaustive list, but these are the big ones. And these are the ones that are they're very easy to track. Even as a primary care physician, you can, I track all of these in my guys. And so I want these in the optimal range. And so having said that, now we can proceed and maybe we can make some conclusions, some tentative conclusions about the dangers of these, slightly superphysiologic testosterone levels. So what does the data show? Believe it or not, there's not many, right? And they're not at the level of the Traverse trial, but there are a number of studies out there where they have given very high doses of testosterone to both young and old men. And, they've seen what happens. So this is one, and most of these are kind of old. This one's from 2013, Translational Physiology, Effects of Varying Doses of Testosterone on Atherogenic Markers in Healthy Younger and Older Men. Okay, so again, not like the Traverse where they had guys who already had pre-existing disease and other medical conditions. These guys were relatively healthy to start with, as are most guys that start TRT. That I take care of a lot of guys that have, more serious chronic medical issues, but the average guy that comes into a TRT clinic is not going to have a ton of these, other medical issues. So this is an interesting study. And they gave varying doses of testosterone to these guys. Low dose, they gave 25 milligrams a week, 50, 125. And then they went up to 300 milligrams a week and 600 milligrams a week. And I think it was enanthate that they give. Yeah, it was enanthate. So I'm going to cut out all the ones less than 300. So, when I talk about this study and some of the subsequent ones, I'm talking about the guys that were given 300 milligrams or 600 milligrams of testosterone per week. Clearly an excessive dose, clearly above anything that could even remotely be considered TRT. You're solidly juicing. It's definitely at 600 milligrams. So what they did in this particular study, this one, they were looking at the inflammatory markers because, again, like I said, inflammation is a component of atherosclerosis and cardiovascular disease. And they measured quite a few. Okay. I primarily look at the HSCRP, but there's a lot of other ones out there. They looked at MCP1 and SICAM1, this 8-iso-PGF2 alpha, which is a measure of oxidative stress. And they did this over 20 weeks. So they looked at a whole bunch of markers related to inflammation and oxidative stress, which they correlate with increased risk of atherosclerosis. So what did they find in these guys, both the young and the old guys who were taking huge amounts of testosterone? And it says here, the primary conclusion, across this wide dosage range, testosterone did not worsen these atherogenic biomarkers. So there was no statistical significance between the placebo, the low.
Yeah, you would definitely see an increase in CRP generally if you're on something like Tren. But yeah, test, no. Especially since it aromatizes. Aromatization really, really beneficial for health.
Low dose.
Plus, if it were really true that women were as physically strong as men, then why is it illegal to hit a woman and considered abuse? If women were as physically strong as men, then by that same logic they should be capable of defending themselves.
Yeah, women are weaker. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Or more reasonable TRT doses of testosterone and these clearly super physiologic doses. HSCRP didn't change significantly, and neither did any of these other inflammatory markers. By the way, they also, at every follow-up visit with these guys, they collected additional data, including blood pressure values. And it says right here, no statistically significant increase in systolic or diastolic blood pressure in these groups. No dose response.
That's actually pretty interesting. I definitely had an increase in blood pressure, but it was beneficial. I had rock bottom, dangerously low blood pressure, and now it's just healthy, normal.
Relationship for blood pressure. And it said even at 600 milligrams a week, mean blood pressure remained within the normal range. So, okay. So that's interesting, right? I get it. It's one study. It's 20 weeks.
I've never broken a phone out of anger. I have accidentally dropped a phone in the toilet. It slipped out of my pocket when I was sitting down, and then it landed in the toilet. But yeah, I've never broken a phone out of anger. I've broken a video game controller out of anger, though.
It's in guys who are previously healthy, but this is a useful data point to me. Okay. So when it comes to two of the major risk factors, which is inflammation and blood pressure, at least in this study, we're not making these guys worse, right? They didn't get better. They didn't get better, but we didn't make them worse, even at 300 and 600 milligrams.
Fudge as mungold, 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 fudge as mungold.
Yeah. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
I'm okay. Again, take it for what it's worth. It's it's not a massive study. So what do they have? They had 121 guys in this study. So all right. So moving on. Okay, so what about lipids? So here's another study, kind of a similar type of study. So this one is effects of varying doses of tea on insulin sensitivity, right? So again, diabetes, prediabetes, insulin resistance, we know that this contributes to atherosclerosis. Plasma lipids, so ApoB, LDL, we talk major driving force, right? Causal in atherosclerosis. Apolipoproteins and C-reactive proteins. So this one, they looked at lipids, and they also, so we have yet another data point looking at an inflammatory marker that, is commonly associated with atherosclerosis.
Yeah, I did break a keyboard. To be fair, I needed to smash something, and I was planning on replacing that keyboard anyway, so, if it were a brand new keyboard and I liked it, I wouldn't have smashed it. I would have probably just done something else, I don't know, just gotten some cans or something off my desk and smashed them, but I just needed to smash something. So that keyboard frustrated me. I wanted to replace it anyway.
Then why do feminists always say that women are just as strong as men, if not stronger?
Well, they're delusional liars, so that's probably why. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Atherosclerosis. So same protocol, 25 milligrams, 50, 125, 300, and 600 milligrams a week. This was all in young guys. How many guys were in this study? So they had 61 guys, and they were between ages of 18 and 35. All right, so they didn't have the old guys in this study. So what did they find in terms of cholesterol? So HDL, it did go down a little bit. And again, I'm only referring to
Dodo Donatello's Amazing Woman. Let me see. That woman is based. Absolute fucking based Giga Chad of a woman. This was a few years ago. A Muslim Arab man travels to Iran during Ramadan and realizes Iranians don't give a damn about fasting or Islam itself. That's not surprising at all. Like I know for a fact most Muslims, like Iranians anyway, they're not particularly religious. It's just their government. I also knew like at least half my school in high school was Muslim, and there were a lot of Muslim kids who just did not give a fuck. I remember one of my friends who was Muslim, he was just eating during Ramadan, and then some other dumbass retard Muslim kid like tried to start a fight with him, saying, you're not supposed to eat during Ramadan, and like they actually, like he almost got into a fight, and I backed up a buddy of mine, and I said, like, I'm gonna kick your ass if you fight him. He can do whatever he fucking wants. It's a free country, so if you don't like it, you can go back to fucking shithole Saudi Arabia. And he stopped.
اصلا من اليافطه احنا في رمضان ولكن طهران اوبن وبعض الناس بتوجه رساله بتقول للحكومه انها مش دوله اسلاميه. انها تبتدي تجربه شخصيه لصين
Sing this.
احنا في ايه بجد الراجل ادى الاكل.
Yeah, they're fed up. All right, I'll sing that for you in just a minute, Non-Wib. Thanks for the donation. China sucks. Apparently there's some good whores there, though.
And SJWs attack Israeli soldiers for abusing those sheep when Muslims do the same thing to animals like that donkey.
Yeah. You know, it's just about hating Jews. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Americans should look into Islam and the Prophet Muhammad to support migration. Oh my god. The fucking city that went through 9/11 voted for this guy. Like, New Yorkers are the dumbest motherfuckers. Like, I would have to say, if, like, there are two cities in the United States that deserve to get fucking nuked, it would either be New York or fucking Dearborn, Michigan.
I think of the freedom from suffering that Buddhism teaches us is only possible if we remove the three poisons of desire, hatred, and ignorance from our daily lives. We need not accept suffering as unchangeable. We need not treat hatred
Buddy, you're fucking Muslim.
as the natural state.
Like, Muslims are openly, gleefully, proudfully hateful.
We have the power to set ourselves free. And I consider my own faith, Islam, a religion built upon a narrative of migration.
Yeah, if by migration you mean go to war with everyone who ideologically disagrees with you or that you want to steal money from, if that's what you mean, then yeah.
The story of the Hijrah reminds us that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was a stranger too, who fled Mecca and was welcomed in Medina.
He fled Mecca because he was a violent, fucking, vicious asshole, and they chased him out of town.
Surah An-Nahl 1642 tells us, as for those who immigrated in the cause of...
And by the way, when he built up an army and had enough, like, basically thugs working for him, he went back to Mecca and fucking killed people.
Allah after being persecuted, we will surely bless them with a good home in this world. Or, as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Islam began as something strange and will go back to being strange. So glad tidings to the strangers.
Go fuck yourself. Why don't you go to fucking Saudi Arabia, you piece of shit, if you love Islam so much? Dude, even Saudi Arabia at this point, after 9/11, they realized all this, like, radical Islam and Wahhabism shit is, like, a bad idea because the fucking king's son committed, like, the fucking terror attack, and they were like, oh, well, this is a bad idea. They've been reforming. Like, they're letting women drive cars now. They're trying to become more relaxed and open up tourism and shit. Like, even Saudi Arabia. Like, if you really love Islam so much, go to fucking Afghanistan where they actually practice Islam. Like, why the fuck are you trying to bring this fucking horseshit here? You're an Islamophobe and Zionist unsub. Great. See you later. You're banned. Congratulations.
If faith...
Go try to become mayor in Afghanistan, dude. Go to Kabul.
If faith offers us the moral compass to stand alongside the
Oh, the moral compass of raping 9-year-olds? Is that... So it's weird how he didn't mention that the Prophet Muhammad is a fucking child rapist. Is that the moral compass we should have? As mayor, are you going to lower the fucking age of consent to fucking 9? You fucking scumbag? Again, if you want to fucking do all this Islam shit, go to fucking Kabul, Afghanistan and try to become mayor there. We don't want any of this fucking shit.
the stranger. Government can provide the resources.
Fucking...
Let us create a new expectation of City Hall, where power is wielded to love, to embrace, and to protect.
Society is just a fucking Ponzi scheme, dude. I'm totally checked out. Just fuck everybody. MMA champion and vocal supporter of Palestine, Jeff Monson. Oh, so he's an anti-Semite. That's all there is to it. He's like Jake Shields. Okay, so this guy literally whose job it was to get hit in the head converted to Islam. I wonder if there's a fucking relationship there. Fucking kidding me, dude. All right, let me see non-wib.
You
change your mind
like a
flipped
marker switch. Yeah,
you
think it's
one,
but you can't decide which. And you think that one of their stories is true. You should know that they're both bad for you. Cause you're red, then you're blue, you don't know what to do. Not what you're used to, you're stuck like glue. You might need a clue, a total walkthrough, cause you never knew what's false and what's true. You still really want to play, but you don't know which way to go. No, you're red, then you're blue. You don't know what to do, cause someone used to have outsmarted you. You solved the maze using only the sounds. The fortress was just a big merry-go-round. You just laughed at the trees, and the ship was a breeze. But this one choice you can't seem to see. Cause you're red, then you're blue. You don't know what to do. Not what you're used to. You're just stuck like glue. You might need a clue. A total walkthrough. Now I'm begging you. It's painful to view. You still really want to win. Oh, whoa. But I don't think that there's hope. You're wrong either way. What else can I say? Why even still play? My fears aren't allayed. Yeah, I never played Myst either. Right in the fireplace. You should see the look on your face. My pain is not erased. You forgot the page. You change your mind like a rose hologram.
It's not red or blue. Now what did you do? I thought you came through. Too good to be true. You managed to screw up this puzzle too. Go play something new, like Street Fighter 2. Oh fine, I'll show you the right thing to do. If only I knew the hours you blew. But here's a breakthrough. Just bring something new. The page with no hue before you link through. You still really wanna play? Oh, whoa, but you're still driving us both loco. No more blue or red, to Donnie instead. The floor shows ahead, it's Chuck who made Zed.
Well, that was very cringy. Thanks for the donation, though, Non-Wib.
Religion of Peace BTW.
Abdul Aziz Kawam boards a bus in Surrey on April 1st, 2023, followed a few seconds later by his victim, whose identity is protected by a publication ban. Security video captures both men standing near the rear exit doors.
Okay, I was just worried. This would be way too violent.
Abdul pulls out a large knife and attacks, slashing at the victim's neck.
Okay,
Out of the bus.
He was bleeding out of his neck and he still managed to throw his attacker off the bus.
The knife nicked the victim's vocal cords and missed his main artery by a millimeter, his brother-in-law told Global News days later.
It scared him to his core. He thought he was going to die.
15 minutes earlier.
Yeah, if you ever see somebody who looks like they'd commit 9/11, pay very close attention to them. So, Muslim, brown, beard, yeah, just better to be safe than sorry.
Kawam had used the same knife to attack another man at a bus stop across the street.
Mr. Kawam initially approached him and asked, "Are you Muslim?"
When the first victim replied no, Kawam prayed for 2 minutes and then attacked, aiming a slashing motion at the man's neck. He pushed Kawam away and was able to escape.
This wasn't a whodunit. This was a why did he do it.
Oren Bick prosecuted Kawam, who was convicted in June of both attempt benefit of at the direct risk group.
A minute of committing the attack, he took credit for it, and he said it's on behalf of the Islamic State.
I pledge my allegiance to Abu al-Hussein al-Husseini al-Qurashi, Hafizahullah.
Sir, what's going on?
On behalf of the Islamic State, I just did an attack.
Yes, we need more of this cultural enrichment.
In the bus.
Kawam called 911, telling the operator he pledged allegiance to the then leader of the Islamic State.
You did the attack?
Yeah.
Where was the bus?
He surrendered the third time RCMP told him to drop his knife. His phone offered key evidence.
They found a steady stream of Islamic State propaganda that had been accessed over that phone over the past couple of years leading up to the attack.
Be steadfast and continue in your jihad, it translates.
That was based with the idea.
Yep, religion of peace. Thanks for the donation, H.
I'm so glad I left Western New York when I did.
Yeah, fucking shithole. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. W donated $2. What are your thoughts on this? By the way, the annoying music in the vid stops after a few seconds once he starts talking. As a serious vegan, still eat oysters because something people don't often know is oysters aren't actually alive. Well, they are alive. It's that they're very likely not sentient. Or at the very least don't have a level of sentience that we'd actually care about, like being able to experience well-being.
Now, some vegans are going to get so upset about this video, but before you do, this lady is actually 100% correct. Oysters, clams, mussels, they're not considered sentient.
Well, she's not correct. They're alive. They're just not considered sentient. She said alive.
Beings. They have no central nervous system. That's the fact. There's actually...
They don't have a brain.
A name for these particular types of vegans is called austro-vegan. My personal opinion, since I've just stayed away from animal-based products for such a very long time, I don't really crave or really need it. If I was lacking in any of those nutrients and it was like a vital thing to reintroduce some type of food item back into my diet,
Well, I mean, it really exposes, these ex-vegans who say, "Oh, I needed some animal products back in my diet," and then they start eating eggs and a bit of fish. Like, you could eat oysters. You could eat animals that are non-sentient, so oysters, clams, mussels, but they don't because they just don't give a shit. They're just unethical pieces of shit. Thanks for the donation, though, W.
Couldn't find it on.
Abdul Aziz Kawan.
Yeah, you already linked that. Thanks for the donation, H. Dodo donated $2. Let me see. These are tofu skins, right? Yeah, tofu skins are good. I haven't seen them in the store anywhere. Maybe I haven't looked hard enough. They might be in the international section. But tofu skins are great. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's cool. I've seen Meteor before.
Here are 3 ways to use potatoes. For number 1, we peel, chop, wash and dry our potatoes before frying them to golden perfection and dipping them into our patatas bravas sauce. Pretty good start. For number 2, we grate some potatoes and squeeze them like this. Add some grated onions, salt and the potatoes' own starches and give it a mix. Now fry them until golden and serve with the mandatory side of applesauce for a crispy German classic.
No applesauce. Applesauce is gross.
And for number 3, our potatoes get an Indian upgrade. After peeling and mashing them, a fragrant spice mix diluted with tamarind water gives them the ultimate flavor boost. Now grab your bread roll, add a red garlic and a tamarind chutney, then layer it with a potato masala, some spiced peanuts, more toppings and more potatoes for a traditional Indian.
It's a little weird, but it probably tastes good.
Be doing if he's not making rage-inducing content about veganism in the fitness industry? Well, he streams games and other things frequently on his YouTube channel, his main channel to be exact, and he also decides to get into debates on topics that I don't think he's well versed in against Destiny, and where he...
Yeah, right.
Rages and gets really upset about things and decides to do the same crash outs he has always done because he is still the same person.
We got a sack of potatoes here. Do potatoes contain corn?
I'm so pissed with the December 9th.
I think a lot of people misunderstand that when a creator ages, if they're still pretty much the same person, likely in their industry and their channel, they're likely going to be acting the same way they did many, many years ago. So is Vegan Gains ever going to be truly normal? Probably not. He's always had this anger side.
Yeah. Right. I mean, this is all an act. It's all just such a silly act. Look, I'm not some fake dipshit who, puts on a fake smile and tries to be friends with everybody and act like I'm fucking perfect. Like I'm Jesus or something. Guess what? People get angry. Everyone's fucking smashed something out of fucking anger. Everyone has ups and downs. I'm just not afraid to show it. Are we really gonna fucking... Oh my god, he's insane. He got upset and smashed a fucking keyboard. Anybody who has played video games for more than a few years has probably thrown their fucking controller across the room or something. Just about everybody who's at least male has gotten into a fight with somebody and thrown fists. It just happens. That's what people do. And then we're gonna fucking pretend, oh my god, he's crazy. He yelled one time. Oh, he broke a keyboard. That's not normal. People don't get angry and upset at things. It's just...
To him, and he's always going to have this weird obsession with veganism to the point where he wishes death upon people who aren't vegan.
Oh, weird. Just like how people wish death upon people who don't ideologically agree with them, like child rapists. You will have a hard time finding a single person who has the position that it is unethical to kill child rapists. You'll have a difficult time. I will guarantee you, like 99 out of 100 fucking people who you ask them, like, about child rapists, they will fucking tell you, yeah, they should be killed. So it's weird, like, it's a weird stance to believe that people who do horrible, despicable acts deserve death. That's an unusual take. And by the way, like, this isn't... Ask anybody about dogs. Like, if somebody sees the Yulin Dog Festival, again, 99 out of 100 fucking people you ask, probably even more, will say, yeah, people who kill and eat dogs should be fucking murdered. If they believe that about dogs, then logically it would extend to other animals that are at least roughly have the same level of intelligence and sentience as a dog, right? It's just that most people are fucking retarded hypocrites. And then he's acting like, that's not normal, that's crazy. Yeah, what a fucktard. Yeah, come debate me, dude. Found your claim about, wishing, I'll just type it wrong, I guess. Maybe that would get picked up by... How can I say death without it getting... Found your claim about wanting to end people who eat animals. Found your claim about wanting to end people who eat animals. How do I word this? It's so stupid that I have to use dumb phrases. It's fucking me up. Found your claim about... Let me see. If you think it's crazy or... if you think it's crazy to wish the termination of people who eat animals, then come debate me. It's funny how you'll sit here and claim I'm crazy, stupid, unhinged, but no one wants the smoke. And yeah, no one wants the smoke, and every time I debate people like you, they end up accepting ridiculous... Yeah, they end up admitting to ridiculous moral standards, like being okay with aliens eliminating the entire human species just so that they can justify meat eating. I'm easy to get a hold of. Just message me on Insta or email me and we can set up a debate. If you think my beliefs are so stupid and crazy, then you should be able to easily demonstrate that. There we go. Fucking loser. What a fucking clown. Like again, you can see my fucking debates. Like, the last ethics debate that I had was with that biochemist PhD. He ended up fucking stating that if a father rides a motorcycle with his, like, 6-year-old child, just so that he can have, like, a nice fun ride with his son on a Harley, and they end up crashing in some unfortunate accident, and the kid dies,
the father is responsible for murder. That is literally tantamount to murder. And again, that brings a whole nother list of assumptions too, because if you're in support of like capital punishment, then you would believe that a father who crashes with his son on a Harley deserves the death penalty. Like, these are the kind of stupid fucking statements people make when I debate them, but then they call me crazy. The last debate I had on animal ethics that I can remember was with Coach Colton, another fitness YouTuber. He ended up biting the bullet on aliens exterminating the entire human race so that he could justify meat eating. But I'm crazy. It's insane to think that it's like people who murder animals deserve to be murdered, but they're okay with aliens exterminating the entire human race. Like it's, yeah, and then these same people, none of them want the smoke. Like, they'll just sit in their fucking chair, hiding away, calling me fucking crazy and unhinged, and none of them can make a fucking argument. Like, notice, the entire time, in no way did he actually criticize, find some sort of, like, hypocrisy with my ideology, demonstrate how, like, it's absurd and unhinged. He just made statements.
I investigated a Discord server that started off as a harmless prank. The server...
Okay, I'll watch that. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Your reward for singing that beautiful song.
Oh, wow. That guinea pig likes the munchies. Oh my goodness, he's eating his vegetables. Oh, that is nice. What a nice guinea pig. Oh my god, he's like a little person. Look how person he is. Oh, he loves his vegetables. Oh, those are so good. Oh my goodness, what a nice handsome boy. Oh, wow.
I went to a woman's house once, and she had a ton of guinea pigs, and they're like little people. It's hilarious. When they see a new person, they're all curious, and they look at you, and they're just like these little people.
Wow, that is such a nice guinea pig. Oh my god, look at him munching. Oh, is he gonna eat all those vegetables? Oh my god, I think he's gonna eat all of them. Oh, he must have a big full tummy after eating all those vegetables. Oh my god, that is so much vegetables he's eating. How does he fit all that in his little tummy? Oh my goodness.
Thanks for the donation on Wib. Dodo Chillers wouldn't say with 100% certainty that oysters aren't sentient. I'd rather precautionarily not eat them, plus the amount of bykill that takes place from catching them is unacceptable. I don't know if there's any bykill. I think it depends on how they're actually harvested. I know there are genuine environmental concerns, like they do fulfill a valuable ecological niche, so if you remove them from an ecosystem, that does create problems. Like, those are reasons why I'd advise people not to eat them. Like, I have enough confidence that they're not sentient, that in a vacuum, I wouldn't have a problem somebody eating oysters. Like, if they have any level of sentience at all, I don't think it would be something that you'd consider substantive. So, like, the ability to experience well-being. They may be able to, like, detect, like, sound or light or something like that, but I don't... Like, I beyond any reasonable doubt, they do not have the level of sentience that would be able to, you know, be able to experience well-being. And yeah, like if like they don't have a brain, they don't have a nervous system, they just have like small random clusters of nerve ganglia. It's there's just no chance. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Thanks for sharing that perspective. How come you personally don't consume oysters, clams, or mussels, if they don't have sentience? Do you think it's logically consistent for someone to call themselves vegan if they eat those things regularly?
Well, I just answered most of that question. So I don't consume them, like, one, because of ecological concerns and how it could affect other actual sentient animals, and two, I don't think they're good for you. Like, if I had the choice between eating, like, oysters or tofu, tofu's better for you. So it's like, I wouldn't eat oysters for the same reason I also, like, don't fucking snort coke or crystal meth. It's like, yeah, it's vegan, but it's not good for you. Like, it's not bad necessarily or terrible. It's just there's other better options, and, yeah, there's ecological concerns. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo, or W. And I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you might want to give it another unique term. You wouldn't just call them vegan. You'd call them, what is it? Osto-vegans or something? Whatever the term was. It's low on my list of, like, it's so low on my list of priorities. It's kind of like, you know, vegans who claim, like, who eat honey. It's just not a big of enough deal for me to make a big stink about it. Thanks for the donation, though, W.
How do you feel about Andrew Wilson? Is he someone you hate, or are you on good terms with him?
I'm on good terms with him. I absolutely hate his political beliefs, but I'm on good terms with him. Like, I don't loathe the guy like I do Penguin Zero or Hassan. So we get along. I vehemently disagree with his political beliefs, but, you know, it's just... it's one of those things. Thanks for the donation, though, Speed Racer. Cats, lots of them.
Cats. Lots of them.
Oh my god.
One day at drum practice, one of my kittens decided to climb up. And then we were snuck even deeper into my hoodie.
Aww. I remember Prismo, when he was a little baby kitten like this, he'd always lie down on my neck. He was really clingy when he was a little baby.
The next time he
This cat is really clingy. He always cuddles with me.
started helping me play with the drumsticks.
Aww.
It was so funny, and I thought that was a one-time thing.
That's a
And
nice
honestly, that's actually the easy
kitty.
part.
Oh my
I
god,
didn't
that's
plan
so
to
many
have 10
cats.
cats in my home. Many years ago,
Wow.
2 kittens ran up to me on the street.
Oh.
They were so tiny and completely alone. There was no way I could just walk into 4.
So nice. They're
And
so
4
nice.
into
Oh
10.
my god. Holy crap, that's a lot of cats. How does he pick them up all at once? That's
And
so
10
many
Is
cats.
definitely a lot. They'd sneak into the kitchen
Oh
and try
my-
to take whatever
oh,
food at
it's
their
me.
antics. Everything is about them. And we stick to
Those
the
are
musician.
really nice kitties, though. Oh my god. Thanks for the donation, even though.
Richard's really scaring me and the animals. He got really mad and smashed a keyboard. I think he might hit me or kill me, I'm afraid.
Well, my body count so far is 0, so thanks for the donation, Fudge Jasmine Gould.
His wife and kids live in the USA. He moved his Brookfield HQ to the USA. Over 90% of his investments are in the USA. Hides his money offshore to avoid taxes. Calls himself European. How dumb are Canadians?
Oh, yeah.
With our economy under threat from abroad, Canadians have made a choice to focus on.
Yeah, he's refused to have an audit of his finances he claims he's not nearly as wealthy as he is. He's extremely wealthy, and yeah, he hides his money offshore so he doesn't have to pay taxes. And then, like, he literally bought his way into being prime minister. It's just crazy. Fuck Carney. Fuck all the liberals. They're just liars. Hate them.
What we can.
So yeah, Canadians are fucking stupid.
And control. You are choosing to put your hard-earned dollars behind Canadian businesses and Canadian workers. Canada.
Did you see the clip where Larry said Rampage should wrestle his wife? Actually such a beta cuck. Yeah, he is.
This new government is doing the same with our new Buy Canadian policy. We're on a mission to build big for millions.
They have literally publicly stated they are not going to lower the cost of housing. And the reason they're doing that is because the boomer vote. Boomers own the majority of single-family homes, and they love how housing prices have fucking skyrocketed because they, like, instantly become more wealthy. A lot of these people bought their homes for like 100 to 250K. Now their homes are literally worth millions in some cases, and they don't want to lose their votes. So they're deliberately keeping housing prices inflated, not building any new properties, while letting in a fuck ton of immigrants. So not only is there not enough single-family homes to go around, there's also a huge shortage in fucking rental properties. So literally just everything is getting more fucking expensive. And they keep talking about growing the fucking economy. How? No one can live anywhere. No one can get a fucking job. Like nothing's expanding. Everything's just getting more expensive. And it's artificially inflating fucking GDP numbers because now people are just having to spend more of their fucking income on bullshit. And like there's no real GDP growth. Like they're just fucking liars. And again, they're doing all of this just so they can get fucking votes. They're making the country fucking worse, and they're hoping people don't fucking notice just so they can get fucking votes. And then, like, it's going to reach a point where everything fucking collapses, and then, like, but they don't care. They just kick the can down the road.
Of homes that will improve affordability, to major projects that will transform our economy, to the new military hardware that will protect Canadians and our sovereignty. We will build big with Canadian materials, Canadian steel, aluminum, and lumber, with Canadian technology and with Canadian workers.
Canadian workers, I think you mean Jagmeet Patel. I think that's what you mean. The gas station down my street, all of them are getting fired and they're getting replaced with Indians. Yeah, you're fucking telling me. So what are all these temporary foreign workers being brought in for? If you want to build Canada with Canadians. Like, it's all a joke. It's all a fucking game. They're bringing in temporary foreign workers because all of these industries are losing money. So in order to be friendly to all these private industries, they're bringing in a fuck ton of immigrants and temporary foreign workers who will work for fucking peanuts so that these corporations can save money. Then they're not building any new fucking housing and like very small amount of rental units. So that housing market just keeps going up. And again, it's all to benefit large corporations. It's all to show artificially inflated GDP numbers. And it's going to collapse eventually, but again, the strategy is kick the can down the road, try to keep this bullshit going for as long as they can, just so that they can win the next election.
We can't control what other nations do. We can be our own best customer. We'll buy Canadian, we'll build Canadian. And together, we will build Canada strong.
Sure, buddy. Sure. Fucking can't stand him. Thanks for the donation, H.
Hey VG, any advice on finding a GF in today's age after moving to a new city? Thought I'd ask a Chad like you since I'm feeling lonely or whatnot and need some squat on my remote.
Yeah, save your money. Don't let bitches waste your time. So, make money, fuck bitches, the whole girlfriend thing is just a waste of time. Most women aren't worth your time anyway, so if you need somebody to hang out with or something, or somebody to suck your cock, just casually date. Just try to find easy hookups on, like, fucking Tinder or something, and just focus on lifting and just making money and saving your money. That's the way to do things. And loneliness is just all in your head. There's a difference between feeling lonely and being alone. Just get used to being alone. Being alone is far superior than being surrounded by insufferable, time-wasting, energy-draining idiots. So be alone. Thanks for the donation, though, Cockspike.
Would troll people on public security cameras that forgot to put in a password. But as I dug deeper and deeper into these servers, it became less of a prank and more of exposing creeps who watch people's every move, even children. This is one of the creepiest Discord servers I've experienced in my time on Discord. Now, when I joined this Discord server, the first thing that I saw is that these people were in a voice call for 21 hours, where they would live stream and creep on.
These people are unemployed losers who live with their parents and have absolutely nothing going on in their life, no positive future prospects, and this is what they do. Jesus. Logical donate tellers, women influencers are delusional. Let me see. Oh, I hate this chick.
It is to be skinny, pretty, famous, rich, a virgin, okay? Do you know that everywhere I go, I get
She's not a virgin.
stopped? Because everyone either wants to date me, they're like, my son.
So, when you've sucked 8 dicks and you've let a dude, like, fuck your ass for a little bit, you're not a virgin.
Wants you, or they just like take pictures of me because I'm so pretty. And like,
You're not pretty.
don't get me wrong, I agree. Like, I know that I'm pretty,
This chick would be completely invisible to me.
but it gives me so much anxiety going out in public. I didn't even go outside today because I was like, shit,
She literally needs to lose like 10 pounds.
like this color looks too good on me. And even though I purposely didn't do my makeup, I made my hair barely curled, and I wore sweats, I still was like, shit, I look too good, so I'm not even gonna go outside. Tell me why.
Yeah, this is just rage baiting. Don't bother sending me crap like that. Thanks for the donation, dude.
People live. You could see this one dude was sharing his screen and he had multiple security cameras open. Now, I didn't have to stalk these guys, record their voice calls, even though I did, and monitor them like they monitor other people, because what they would do is they would save their best clips in the multimedia channel. That is a fucking school. The first thing that I see. Jesus. But when I first viewed this multimedia channel, I did not expect the that I was about to see, because when I first started investigating this, I thought these people were looking at traffic cameras. Oh my goodness, the traffic's crazy today. But no, the first thing that I saw that wasn't this school was a cow getting milked, drama YouTubers, a barber shop, someone at a dentist. We have a church service, and it's not just one camera. This dude has multiple angles of this church service, multiple angles. They have security cameras in a hospital, but nothing tops the worst thing I've seen in terms of public places. On my screen, there is a body being prepared for an open casket. Well, not prepared. He's already done. This is an open casket on my screen. Now, if you thought this was f***ed up, nope. It gets so much worse, but we'll get to that. Here's the thing. Me just saying, oh, these people are disgusting creeps and stalking everyone would not be entirely accurate.
Black Ops 7 made me break my controller today. I uninstalled the game. Do you still play it with your faggot friend, and do you two have faggot sex while playing this shit game? Funny thing is I'll play it again tomorrow because of my bro who loves it too.
Well, we don't have gay sex while playing the game. That'd be very hard. Yeah, I still play it. They had an update that came out a couple days ago. It completely and utterly fucked up the spawn locations. And I know they did that deliberately to dumb down the game and make it harder to get kill streaks. It was outrageous. I played it again the next day, and there was another update. I think they changed it slightly, but they really still fucked up the spawn points. They're still a little screwed. There's clearly a big difference. They're trying to make the game more enjoyable for like the bottom tier players. So they're spawning dumbasses right behind you after you spawn in, and it's confusing. So like all the enemies will be on one side of the map. You'll spawn in on the opposite end of the map. You'll logically move to the other end of the map where you think the enemies are. Then if anybody dies, they'll spawn right behind you. Then they get a free kill. So they're trying to make it so that shitty players can get more easy free kills, so that they're like, I think it's because they know there's less players playing the game. So they're trying to find really stupid ways to increase engagement with the game and make people think they're having more fun by just letting the shittier players get easy kills. And they're lying about this. They're skill-based damage. They're absolutely fucking lying about it. There was skill-based damage in Black Ops 6. There's skill-based damage in Black Ops 7 now. It is so painfully obvious when it's happening. Like, people will kill you in 1 or 2 hits with fairly low damage guns, and then you'll have to shoot them like 15, 20 fucking times to actually kill them. So it's absolutely a thing. Hacking is also very rampant. It's pretty much in every game now since those stupid cheat devices have come out for consoles. They're gonna have to find some new way to stop that from happening. So I'm not necessarily blaming them for like a poor anti-cheat system. I'm sure they're doing the best they can with the technology available. But yeah, like console players are hacking like you can't fucking believe. They're using these new aim assist tools that are like attach on dongles. It's so annoying. Thanks for the donation, though. Call of Duty actually sucks. Vegeta Gains donated $2. Oh, yes. Yes, Mr. VG. We need this thumbnail back soon for workout stream. I think the last time you used the thumbnail from this clip was like 3 years ago.
Saiyan when I, the prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah, the gravity training. Also Squirrel. I love squirrels. Oh. What a sweet, beautiful squirrel. I wish I could directly communicate with animals just to be able to make friends with them. I'd love to be friends with squirrels. Oh my god. What a beautiful squirrel. I love squirrels. Thanks for the donation, Vegeta Gains. Most of the cheaters are on console. Because of kernel level anti-cheat, it's gotten pretty difficult to use the standard kind of cheats that you normally use on PC. There's new ones that avoid the kernel detection that use AI aim assist. Some of those are still getting detected on PC, though. You have to have like fairly complicated setups to avoid detection. But the cheating is just insanely rampant on console. So many dumbass, retarded, fucking like 13-year-old kids are just going ham with these console aim assist tools. And it's annoying as shit. Luckily, because they're like dumb, retarded, cross-eyed 13-year-old fucktard idiot kids that are all like vaping and fucking getting high off weed and shit, they still suck at the game. So even when they're cheating, I can very oftentimes still outplay them and win matches, but it's just so annoying because like it still fucks you up. Like they will do like gay retarded shit that will fuck up your kill streak, so the game still isn't as fun. But yeah, the cheating on consoles way more rampant at this point.
Accurate. The main reason why people are hacking into security cameras is not really to spy on people. It's the fact that some security cameras have a speaker inside of them. It's meant to be used for like two-way communication. And if you were someone that hacked into one of these security cameras, you could play whatever the heck you want through that speaker. So yeah, while there are definitely creepy elements of this Discord server, which I will be focusing on, just keep in mind that a lot of people are just doing this for fun. I can't bullshit you and be like, this is bad, guys. I mean, he's having fun at his workplace in public and he's being trolled. Like, this shit's funny. Genuinely, other than this probably being illegal, no one's getting hurt. But some people don't really like being watched, or the people that are trolling them are just genuinely annoying pieces of shit. Bros playing prop hunt.
Hey, disconnected.
Now, just for the history nerds that are going to correct me in the comments, I do want to say that this sort of security camera hacking has been a thing for a long-ass time. There's a YouTube video back on April of 2014 where people were trolling a school, which it gives me the heebie-jeebies. But the people that were doing this were all teenagers on 4chan anyways, so a lot of it was just them playing extremely racist music through the loudspeaker. 2014 trolling, that's kind of what
That's actually good.
it is. But seeing this sort of revived, I was wondering if the culture was making a comeback. And to be honest, a lot of people see this as funny, and it's hard to not agree with them because everything
that is hilarious.
I've shown you so far has been out in the public. There is no expectation of privacy. But as I dug deeper and deeper, the red flags of these servers started to pop up. In a memes channel, there was a woman in the back room of a store getting changed. Like, they saved this because there's a woman with a bra on. This is creepy gooner shit. And you'll have to take my word for this one, and it's because they delete their chats regularly. But there was a security camera that had like a top-down view of a cafe, and in the corner of the webcam, there was a woman breastfeeding her child, and people saved it. What the fuck? And just seeing that, I asked myself, how much darker are things going to get if I keep digging? Well, the next way this whole entire thing gets more creepy is that these people, it turns out...
Yeah, it's the curse of tradition, and my friends, man, it's a horrible game, one of the worst. Would you play it if not for your friend? Do you just play it to be a good friend? I thought Bo 6 was bad, then they released this horse shit. Unbelievable, man, nigga.
Oh, dude. I, like, fondly reminisce about the days where I was playing Black Ops 6. I never thought that would happen. Like this game, Black Ops 7, makes Black Ops 6 look like a fucking all-time masterpiece. I have fun playing with my friend. Like, even though the game, like, sucks and it kind of drives us nuts sometimes, like, there's still some, like, memey moments. Like, we still get some, like, sweaty matches where there's, like, a hacker and we still are able to outplay them and we feel good about ourselves, you know? So there's that, but it's a terrible game. I wouldn't ever play it if it wasn't for a buddy of mine playing it with me. Thanks for the donation, though. COD literally sucks now.
Some of them don't stop at looking at cameras in public locations. They will hack into people's home security cameras, and they will watch people eat dinner.
Jeez.
In fact, I joined one of these voice calls live, but these people will sit for hours on end in a Discord call, streaming a whole bunch of cameras, and they're just watching everyone, trying to capture just weird shit that happens around the house. Like this, for example, you know, just watching
It's like the real life Truman Show.
A mom and her baby. Not creepy at all. I can see why this is saved, but these are people.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Just spying on others. But again, they're like playing prop hunts. They love when they get caught. This is their trophies. It's like when men go fishing and they have the photo of them with the fish. These guys do the exact same thing, but it's when people stare up at the camera and look deeply disturbed. And with that, it's time to talk about how these...
Yeah, the types of people who use hacks, I think they fall under two categories. One, they just want to grief people. They're not getting fun from playing the game. They're getting fun from frustrating other people, and they get satisfaction from just knowing that they ruined somebody else's time. And two, complete and utter degenerate, fucktard, inbred, imbecilic morons who just think it's fun winning. Like, they would have fun playing a card game if they knew it was rigged where they'd win every time. So, like, if you could, like, if there was a way for them to play blackjack or something and they'd always have 21, they would, like, be like, oh, this is fun, I win again, I win again, I win again. It's probably, like, they're probably not neurologically normal, and, just the way their brains are fucking wired, like, it's just fun to be able to win without actually having to try or put any effort or anything. So, yeah.
Discord servers get worse. Because one thing they love doing is stalking old people. Are you looking after your bedridden mother? Well, don't worry, a whole bunch of people on Discord are as well. I'm not kidding, this isn't a fucking meme.
Fat doesn't lift the weight. Muscles do. Slow cut is the way. You'd maybe stop fainting doing a rep on OHP. LLLLLLU. Arrah. You. Arrah. 777, 7777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, 777, you 777, 777, you Arrah. 7,777,777,777.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the donation, dude. Yes. As I suspected. Wow. There must not be enough idiots who are willing to buy this garbage. My supplier's selling Primobolin. It's $150 for the for 10 mils. That's cheap these days, and yeah, it's garbage made with ethyl oleate, so nobody's buying it. That's funny. Still kind of curious about trying injectable Anadrol. Maybe some other time. 25 milligrams per mil. Jeez, you'd have to inject a shit ton of volume. I don't know if it's, if you need less if you're doing the injectable form.
Memes channel. Guys, this is so funny. Look, she's dying. Like, is that what's going through? Just like, no, these are some chronically online creeps that go in disgust. You have to trust me on this one. Talk about it's also like a palate cleanser, so you can prepare yourself.
Yeah, and then they're watching children sleep. That's fucked.
The big doses, right? 300 and 600. So at 300, HDLC went down an average of 8 to 10 milligrams.
Oh. I have to poo-poo. Oh, my sweet little gum-gum. I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom, gum-gum. You know, you're a sweet, beautiful kitty, and you're so fuzzy, and I love cuddling. I love my cuddle cat. I gotta go to the bathroom, okay, little baby? I know you understand. You poop, too. I've seen you poop. You make big, stinky poops. Mwah. 'Cause you're such a big kitty. You make big poops. Alright, I will be right back. I am just going to take a poop. And then we will continue with what we were doing. Oh, jeez. I am cramping like crazy. Dodo donate $2. Let me see.
Where in the Quran does it say to force Jews to convert to Islam?
It says that there were some forced to convert to Islam.
Where in the Quran does it say that?
I don't know where
Doesn't have to say that. We know what happened.
exactly.
Well, you made the claim.
Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
Look at that. Show me anywhere in the Quran where it says force Jews to convert to Islam.
Do you not believe that Jews have ever been forced?
Like, by the way, it's really silly to say this because there's plenty of contradictions within the Quran. It's pretty clear. You can literally track how the Prophet Muhammad just changed his mind on certain topics as it became convenient or prescient for him to do so. So, like, alcohol is one example. He was fine with his followers drinking alcohol at first, but then they were missing prayer, not taking the religion seriously. Then he forbid everybody from drinking alcohol. But then promised in the afterlife they could drink as much as they want. So, like, there's no ideologically consistent, view on alcohol within the Quran. Earlier, he made a statement saying that the Jews were given the Talmud, and that's the religion that they're supposed to follow, and they were given the land of Israel. Then later, he made a prophecy that all Jews will be exterminated. Like, it's stupid to fucking... Like, he knows exactly what he's doing.
To convert to Islam? You don't believe that? You don't believe Muslims have said, oh, kafir, dimi, pay jizya, and they force you to...
Listen, you can make all the sound bites you like.
No.
Support what you're saying with some proof. Can you support what you're saying with some proof?
Yeah, whatever. This guy's not worth my time. It's pretty cool. That robot has better athletic skills than I do. It's pretty neat. Oh no. Oh, he got smushed. Oh. Wouldn't surprise me if some of this stuff becomes more commonplace in our lifetime and we start seeing worker robots. It's gonna be really weird. Is this fake news? According to official reports, Jeffrey Epstein died on August 10th. This press release is dated August 9th. I have no idea. Might have just been a mistake. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Son Goku donated $2, Lord Gaines. Would you say this is good masculine advice? And if a woman said this to other women, how do you think they'd respond?
They don't tell us growing up as men is how much being comfortable will ruin your fucking life. It's one of the worst things you can do, and I can see it every single day in men that walk this planet. You guys got comfortable, and you stayed in the comfort zone, and that's why you haven't been able to improve in your life. Comfort is where you have no growth. If you're not growing, you're going backwards. You're eroding. So,
like, I mean, it can be a proxy for productivity, but I mean, productivity is productivity. You can find plenty of people who are like extremely good at, school, mathematics and stuff like that. And then they just go to university, breeze through it, get a really excellent high paying job, and just everything comes easy to them. Like, you're not going to say, oh, well, you're comfortable, so you weren't being productive. Like, some of this is just a little silly. It's just, it sounds good, but it's just social media grifting crap. Thanks for the donation, Son Goku.
It's for deciliter.
Dodo donated $2. Let me see. August 10th was a Saturday. This date is 9th. For this to be a typo, that would mean they typed the wrong number and the wrong day. Yeah, like again, that's not... You would expect them to make that error, so it's probably just a typo. They just mixed up the date. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
That was considered statistically significant at 600 milligrams. You know, you got a dose-related decrease.
They don't pay you for donating sperm in Canada, at least, and I wouldn't be able to donate. Generally speaking, they only let you donate sperm if you're 6 feet tall or taller, which I qualify for that. Ideally, you'd have a college degree, which I don't have. Extensive medical history of both yourself and your family members, which I don't have. And they preferentially prefer white males, which I'm not. And it's just because the majority of women who are seeking a sperm donor just prefer white males. So, like, you don't just make money from donating sperm.
Increase in the decrease. HDLC went down 15 to 20 points at the mega dose. And, you know, like you do see that in clinical practice. You know, some guys do get a little dip. Most of the guys, honestly, most of the guys on my panel, their HDL doesn't really change that much. And, you know, quite frankly, with some of the newer data showing that, like, worrying and obsessing over HDL levels, trying to artificially raise HDL levels
it doesn't matter
when they're low, it does not really impact the natural history of the disease. So I don't worry that much about HDL anymore. I mean, we were trained to worry about it 20 years ago, but it's just not it's not the issue that we used to think it was. ApoB is probably a much more important thing to take a look at. So, or LDL. So let's look at both of those. So, okay, so that's HDL. So LDL at 300 milligrams a week, there was no change. So the mean LDL, it actually stayed the same. So no statistically significant increase, at least in LDL. So it didn't get better in this case, but it also didn't get worse. And then at 600 milligrams, there was a small increase in LDL. Okay, like they said 5 to 10 milligrams per deciliter. Okay, that's, you know, so whatever. Like, take that for what it is. 600 milligrams a week. Nobody's doing TRT at 600 milligrams a week. In MedLife's videos, like he didn't specify how much testosterone these guys were taking. So he didn't know the levels, he didn't know the dose. And then, as we talked about in the video, he didn't know, or at least he didn't mention whether they were on any ancillaries. Were they taking non-aromatizable synthetic androgens? Were they taking aromatase inhibitors, which in my opinion probably had, if they were, had more to do with their plaque rupture than whatever their dose of testosterone therapy was. So so that's LDL. ApoB, again, you would expect, you know, it'd be also unchanged, and that's exactly what they saw. So 300 milligrams a week, no significant change. And then actually, for at least in terms of ApoB, at 600 milligrams, there was no change. And by the way, with triglycerides, also no change in either of these two doses, 300 or 600. So yeah, like big doses of testosterone, again, way more than you would ever see with any reasonable TRT protocol. And we're not, of these major cardiac risk factors, chronic inflammation and dyslipidemia and blood pressure, so far we're not seeing it get worse. It doesn't sound like it's getting any better in these guys over 20 weeks. Now, if these guys stayed on this dose for longer periods of time, maybe we would see some beneficial changes. I suspect that we might, as body composition changes. However, over the course of 20 weeks in these small groups, we're certainly not seeing any indication that, like, their risk profile is, like, dramatically getting worse, even at 600 milligrams a week, right? Which is, like, totally excessive, right, when it comes to TRT, but not uncommon in the bodybuilding world. In fact, 600 a week is kind of on the light side from what I've seen. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do another one here. This one, American Journal of Physiology and Endocrinology Metabolism, 2001. So these are, you know, older studies. Nobody's interested in doing these studies these days. Testosterone dose response relationships in healthy young men. Again, another 20-week study, same protocol, where they gave exactly the same, like, doses, like I said, 25, 50, 125, 300, and 600 of enanthate per week, and they looked to see what happened. So this is regarding insulin sensitivity and visceral body fat composition. So another, like, two major contributors to cardiovascular disease. So what did they find? I mean, this shouldn't shock anybody, right? Like, higher doses of testosterone, you get a dose-dependent reduction in fat mass. And as we've shown in other studies I'm not going to talk about, there's a dose-dependent increase in lean mass and strength, muscle hypertrophy, et cetera. That's what testosterone does. So again, what did they find here? So dose-dependent reductions in fat mass. At higher doses, so above the 300 and 600, they saw insulin sensitivity improve. And this was, it's driven by the loss of visceral body fat. So guys, dropping visceral body fat is the key. I truly believe, like, it's one of the fundamental pillars of longevity is you cannot have excessive amounts of visceral body fat. You really need to, once you do that, many of these other problems just like take care of themselves. So you got to get lean, So and said no worsening of fasting glucose despite extreme androgen exposure. Okay. Which it shouldn't be too surprising, right? I mean, you're losing visceral body fat, you're gaining lean muscle tissue, so you're improving insulin sensitivity. You wouldn't expect there to be dysglycemia, right? You wouldn't expect glucose levels to go up when testosterone exposure goes up. It would be the other way around. So they conclude here that says this study shows that very high testosterone does not impair and may improve insulin sensitivity even when far above the physiologic range. Yeah, that's true. So that's true. And honestly, I mean, that's what I see in clinical practice. Like, not all of my guys, have levels outside the reference range, but some of them do. And that combined with the training and diet regimen that I recommend for them, amazing. I mean, the results are amazing. The visceral body fat just melts away. They start gaining lean muscle tissue. And when I check their labs, their hemoglobin A1Cs, they tend to just drop. Their triglycerides come down. Their lipid panels improve. If they had elevated CRPs, they also tend to come down, And so it's a combination of things, right? The testosterone is doing what it does, but they're putting in the work. They're losing the visceral body fat. They're changing their diet. They're getting regular resistance exercise. And so, that combination has amazing, amazing health benefits. And so it's a hard sell to me that when I have a guy who comes to me at 300 pounds and a year later is down to 230 pounds and we put him in the DEXA and he's lost 60 pounds of visceral body fat and, gained 10 plus pounds of lean mass. His lipids are perfect. His blood pressure is perfect. But his serum testosterone level is 1700, let's say. That's a hard sell. If you're going to tell,
oh, that's too high. Testosterone's evil and bad. Doctors drive me fucking insane. Like, they're fine with having patients that are like fat, sick, dying, addicted to alcohol and shit, and then you have a dude who's jacked, all his blood work is good, ripped six-pack, feeling great. Your testosterone's too high.
Tell me that I've increased this man's risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. Like, I'm going to call bullshit on that. Bullshit. I don't care what that level is. Look at all of these other secondary markers. Like, they're so much better. What's happened actually is this man, through his hard work and with the help of testosterone, has dramatically, in my opinion, reduced his chance of having an adverse cardiac event in the next 10 years, despite having this, quote, out of reference range testosterone. So it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then, we'll kind of finish up here with, this is just one more. I want to show you these because, we always say, yeah, these studies exist, but like, why don't I need to show them to you, right? So you can actually Google these, look at them yourself, come to your own conclusions. But I'm not making it up when I say that, that we do have studies with supraphysiologic testosterone. And this is just one more. This is the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, 2005. Older men are as responsive as young men to the anabolic effects of graded doses of testosterone on the skeletal muscle. Okay. This is a good one because it shows, like, even old farts, they they respond quite nicely to testosterone, and they respond quite nicely even to very high levels of testosterone without, at least again, over 20 weeks, we're not seeing major side effects. We're not having a huge amount of guys dropping out of the study. So this is 60 men healthy between 60 and 75 years of age. Okay. So no obvious major comorbidities, but these guys were old, right? 60 to 75, you're elderly, in my opinion. And apologize to you guys in that age group if I've insulted you, but to me, you're elderly. All right. So again, same protocol, right? So we'll look at just the high dose ones, right? 300 milligrams and 600 milligrams. How much fat-free mass did they gain? This is on a DEXA. So over 20 weeks, so the group in the 300 milligram group, they gained 5.6 kilos of fat-free mass. 600 milligrams, not surprisingly, 7.3 kilos. What's interesting though is like there is a point of diminishing returns, right? So the 125 milligram group, they gained 4.2 kilos. 300 milligrams gained 5.6, and then the 600 milligram group gained 7.3. So, like, do you really need 600 milligrams? You know, maybe we can get by with 125, 300. You know, that's a sweet spot. We can avoid some of the side effects because some of these men in this elderly group, they did develop some leg edema, right? And there were a small number of them that dropped out of the study because they had peripheral edema at 600 milligrams, which, you know, dude, that's going to happen, right? That's going to happen. So what did they see here with these guys? So they gained a lot of lean mass, which is great. Okay. Especially important. This is super important in this 60 to 75-year-old range. And you could even say that this may be a reason to push the dose in especially a frail elderly man who is at risk of falls. You know, this is an opportunity to put a little bit of extra muscle tissue on this guy. It literally could save his life. So, you know, on a case-by-case basis, maybe there is an indication in older men with proper supervision to use these higher doses. Okay. I don't have anybody in this range, in this age range currently that I have big doses like that. My protocols are actually pretty conservative, but anyway, these guys, some of them did have some leg edema. In terms of their lipids, they had the expected drop in their HDL, LDL, and triglycerides. They were static, right? No change, just like we saw in there. And the blood pressure in these guys, elderly men, and the young guys, we saw no change in blood pressure. Guess what? In the older guys, I find this somewhat reassuring. I get it's a small study. In these elderly men, taking 600 milligrams of testosterone a week, they did not see a statistically significant change in their blood pressure, either up or down. Okay, so it was static. So yeah, so that's my answer.
Pretty damn good. It's almost as if testosterone isn't bad for you.
Are dogs going to be banned from the countryside because they offend Muslims? Here's Labour advisor Scarlett Maguire.
We've got a problem. Actually it's a lot about the national parks and getting people out there and making national parks for everybody. And one of the problems is dogs. And actually, this isn't just about the fact that a lot of Muslims find dogs very difficult. It is about people who do not know how to control their dogs.
Why do Muslims find dogs difficult?
Because a lot of...
Because they're degenerate pieces of shit.
They're
fine with child marriage, but they have an issue with dogs. They're degenerate pieces of shit.
They don't have dogs as pets. They have dogs as
But that shouldn't stop other people taking their dogs to the country, because there are some people there who don't like dogs.
There are a lot of, as we know, and
hold that thought, guys.
There are a lot of very badly behaved dogs.
See you next time. So we've got to ban dogs from the British countryside because they're offensive to Muslims. Can you imagine how I'd be treated if I went to a Muslim country and demanded that they ban goats or camels or whatever animals they've got there? You know what I mean? We don't want them banning goats. I mean, where would they release their pent-up urges? But Scarlett's comments about dogs come on the back of the government deciding that the countryside is too white. So they're launching a multi-million-pound strategy, and it's obviously being paid for with white people's taxes, to make the countryside less white and increase ethnic diversity in the countryside. Oh, good.
How is the UK a country? That is just something else. Like, it's just shocking that, like, this sort of shit can happen to a modern industrialized nation. The UK is just absolute definitive proof that, like, multiculturalism just doesn't work. Completely failed experiment. It destroys societies like communism fucking destroys societies. It's just so insane. Like, at least if you let in the wrong type of fucking immigrants anyway. Holy fuck. Yeah, the UK is probably going to collapse in 10 years. France might actually collapse first. They're even more fucked than the UK. But yeah, it's these left-wing governments just running everything into the fucking ground. And just kicking the can down the road and letting the next administration deal with it. Oh wait, that's the original chronological. Where's the thing that you could swim under to get to the goodies? Is it back there? I swear there was another thing. What? Oh, that's it.
Shit.
Fucker.
Fucker.
Oh yeah, Sweden's fucked. It looks like Sweden's kind of turning around now. They're literally paying immigrants to go back to their home country. They're like, yeah, this was a mistake. Why don't you just go back home? Here's 30 grand. Can you just go away? It's just nuts.
Get me the hell out of here.
I'm from Poland, slowly becoming the same as the rest of the EU. I thought Poland was supposed to be based. Aren't they, like, becoming more right-wing and more anti-immigrant and shit?
Alright. Where the hell did I end up?
Alright, shit is about to get real here.
Okay. You are here. And the hospital's there.
No, Germany's getting worse. Germans are cucked. I think the fundamental problem is there's too many women in politics. It's like mostly women with these stupid fucking ideas. Just TikTok watching dumb fucks who, you know, went to college so that they could get infested with communist brain rot. Dodo $20, is she just being a typical dumb bitch female who unironically believes in spirits and crap, or is she grifting here?
Charlie's with you in something. When we first started dating, we were walking to dinner one night, and this happened a lot. The lights would start to flicker. And he'd look up at the light and be like, you know, it's so weird, this happens to me a lot. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. So our whole dating and whole marriage, anytime we'd be in a room and a light started to flicker, he would just look at me and wink. It was like our little thing.
His power.
So, you lived in a house with bad electricity, bad wiring.
It's a total frequency thing. And so...
it's just grifting horse shit, dude. I don't think she's even religious, like, at all. She just seems like a complete psychopath who just says whatever she thinks will benefit her. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Ah, fuck. Kidding me? Son Goku donated $2. Let me see. Now that's what I like to see. Nice, juicy white cakes. Fuck yeah, dude. More chicks need to wear this in public. Hell yeah. Very much into that. That is some sexy underwear? Whatever the hell you call that? That's just great. Thanks for the donation, Son Goku. I think I might turn the brightness up slightly. If it has a brightness slider.
Where'd you run to? Caught you!
Like, there's just no way in... It's just... I hate that video game crap. Sure. Sure, dude. swear there's one of them around here.
Wolf. Jesus. These must be the scars.
Okay, they're all dead now? Good.
Hospital. You better not have strung Nora up. Okay, here's the road to the hospital. All right.
Damn it.
fit.
Don't do this! Damn it. Guy's explaining something. I'll tell you about it. Just let me. Listen.
They are mustard with sin.
And what is...
It's an ambush! Get down! She went in the grass!
Bitch. The explosive arrows are an absolute fucking game changer. Shit. Look at this. Son of a bitch. Still more of them? Oh, there we go. Should be all of them.
Jesus. That it? Oh, these people are fucking nuts. Tommy, hope you're doing better than I am.
Oh wait, that's a hammer, not the axe. Handgun's full. That's surprising. Okay. Get fucked.
I think that's it. Oh, damn this city. Now where's that fucking hospital?
Alright. Oh, well, thank you. You made me waste my ammo. That made no sense. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. He's fat, so getting shot in the head with a shotgun, yeah, that's just, you know, tickling him. Fuck right off, dude. Oh my god. I love how the encounter starts there, too. Oh look, fire affects him less because he's fat. Isn't that amazing? Being fat is like a superpower. Oh, yeah. This is what I live for.
You'd better run. What?
Gotta love just stupid fucking nonsense.
Better still be there, Nora.
Safe codes are annoying. There is a mod that just automatically unlocks the safes, but I had to uninstall that.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Easy. Easy. Do you know a girl named Nora? Sure, yeah.
Thanks for the donation,
We're in the hospital.
Nug8G88.
Clearing out the upper floor.
Appreciate it.
She's somewhere in there.
You'd probably have to stab her more in the throat. Just stabbing somebody in the front of the throat, like, they'd probably choke and stuff, but a lot of people survive those sorts of stab wounds. You'd want to, like, actually slice open her arteries. Ellie probably should have, like, while she was choking, just got down and just sliced the side of her neck.
Good. I got my girl waiting for me at the fob.
Shit, me? They put you with soldiers?
Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Look. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
That's our guys executing those freaks.
Hey.
What the fuck was that? What was that shit? The peep sight wasn't working properly, and I hit him in the head anyway, and then he didn't die.
That's our guys executing those freaks.
Hey.
What the fuck?
You hear why we're all getting called up to the fob?
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
I heard we might take the fight to them.
Yeah, it's...
No way. Not after what went down last time.
Why? Yeah, now it's
Isaac isn't
working.
that crazy.
Now it's not.
That's what I heard.
Alright, there we go. Got it to go anyway.
Sean! Can ambush! That way! It came from that way!
There's someone here! Fan out. Check the entire courtyard. What is happening? Got another man down! We need to stop this now!
Whoa, look out!
Fuck.
Heads up!
Oh, fuck!
You went that way!
Hey, Tony Tellers, what model is that red motorcycle? That would be an SV650. Oh. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm not gonna do a stealth only run. Fuck that. Yeah, right.
Shit.
Just like that.
Hell yeah. Girl power. Feminism. Oh yeah, should probably. Give me 1 second. Hey, his body disappeared. That's funny. Didn't have the memory to, like, store his body there? know where to fucking go, bitch.
That you, Nora?
Oh, right. I have to climb through the vent.
Maybe if you posted more guard, Abby would still be herself.
What the fuck was Abby here?
I'm not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this...
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
99 Vash.
Don't scream. Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
What do you want?
I really hated Nora. She's like an annoying bitch.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. You shoot me. The sound will have every soldier come running.
You'll still be dead. Tell me where she went and I'll think about letting you go.
We could have killed you.
Maybe you should have. Or maybe you should have stayed the fuck out of Jackson. Where's Abby?
You still hear his screams?
What?
I hear them every night. Yeah. Yeah, that little bitch got what he deserved.
You fucking...
Help! Trespasser! Somebody, please! Over here!
Yeah.
Nora! You can't escape this!
Whoa, jeez. Light speed. Literally Usain Bolt. Oh.
Got you! Come on! Throw down your weapon!
No, wait.
No, back up! Put your gun down!
You can walk away from this, okay? I can.
Shut the fuck up! Gun down! Hands up! Get back! You have nowhere to go. What the fuck's the power doing on?
Doesn't matter. Find the trespasser.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe I fucked that up so bad. Holy fucking shit.
Watch it! Watch it! Find the gun!
Oh, there's another one. What? More of them jump in? What? What? They changed the game. That never used to happen. More of them jump down. That never used to happen. Shit, I don't have anything to throw. I guess other than the smokes. Yeah, there's more of them. Oh, damn it! Oh my god. Oh, why? Dude.
I got her! Son of a bitch!
Oh, that was messy. Alright, well, we got through that. Jeez. Yeah, they changed it. That was never the case. You used to just have all of them drop down. Okay, now let's torture Nora. Have I been in there? Yeah, I've been in there. This is The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. Where'd you go? Hi, Nora.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Where's Abby?
You're breathing spores. You're her.
You Firefly?
There are no fireflies anymore.
Where's Abby?
I'm fucking dead anyway. Why would I tell you anything?
Because I can make it quick. Or I can make it so much worse.
Think about what he did. How many people are dead because of him?
It's your last chance.
I'm not giving up, my friend.
They should have shown Abby, like, peeling off her skin with a knife or something. That'd have been cool. Or cutting her fingers off one by one. dog.
Hey, Alice.
Such a nice dog. Look at that dog. I love dogs.
You want to pet her?
Dog, 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 dog. I also love this cat. This cat is really good. What a nice kitty. Love my kitty. Such a nice cat.
Well done. You can go see her now if you want.
Is she gonna be okay?
Yeah, actually. Hey.
They're just kids.
I know.
What happened to us?
Maybe we stopped looking for the light.
Maybe. I'm gonna go check on the girl.
Okay.
She has a stumpy arm now. La 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 la.
It's me.
Did you ever consider playing RuneScape? No. That's a game for dumbasses. Thanks for the donation, though, Horse Rod. Gum Gum.
Are you okay?
Christ.
Love you, Gum Gum. You're my Gum Gum. I named you.
She's hiding out in this aquarium. Okay. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. Arms up. I made her talk. It's okay. I don't want to lose you.
Oh my goodness. What a nice, lovely kitty. I love you, Gum Gum.
She's not going to come with you. Convince her. We broke the rules. That's all she'll care about.
Oh, that's a good baby.
Just me. What are you still doing up?
I was changing Yara's bandages.
Can't believe she's on her feet already.
Yeah, well, scars are tough.
What are they fighting about?
Fuck you, Yara. I wouldn't leave you behind.
Lev doesn't want to leave Seattle. Owen invited them to come to Santa Barbara.
That is very Owen. I figured you'd have talked him out of going by now.
Actually, I'm going with them. But not if you come.
What?
He may fall for your little act with these kids, but I don't.
There's nothing to fall for.
Isaac's top scar killer suddenly had a change of heart? Nothing to do with Owen, right?
I haven't always done the right thing.
You're a piece of shit, Abby. You always have been. I'm done with you. You want to do right by these kids? Get out of their lives before you screw them over too. Abby?
Nice shirt.
Are you okay?
How's your arm?
It's better than it was this morning.
Lev coming around?
He will. Do you mind helping me look for him? He's pretty worked up.
Sure.
He ran off this way.
Love you, Gum Gum. Alright, I think we will save things there, and I will retire for the evening. But I hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs, really appreciate it. Should be on tomorrow, so I'll see you all then, and sweet dreams.